Hey everyone, this is a clip from a recent episode of Another Pass, where we talk about movies and all the struggles that go into making them. If you like it, check out the whole podcast. You can find it at certainpov.com or wherever you get your podcasts. Sam, we have been talking about the Planet of the Apes franchise for the last 4 episodes. And today is finally the day when we're going to be talking about the reason why this franchise exists.
And listen, this is a good reason for the franchise to exist. However, this has been a journey. It has been a journey watching these movies in reverse order. And I almost want to tell people, just watch it in reverse order, because honestly, you're saving the best for last. It won't make sense to you, but that doesn't matter. It shouldn't have to.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, like, a person who's unfamiliar with the franchise starting with Battle is going to be very confused. But when they get to this movie, man, is it a treat.
Yeah.
It is a treat that has created a franchise that has gone on for so many fucking movies. Like, just 9 fucking movies in this franchise. And then 2 TV shows. So much stuff. It's amazing. Comic books, like, huge franchise. And it's touched a lot of people. It's been great to have so many guests on to talk about their experience with the franchise. And so for today, for talking about the original movie, The Planet of the Apes, we are joined by Paul Kaminski.
Hello, I'm very honored. Thank you for having me back.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah. Well, you took offense online when you found out that we were doing a regular Another Pass episode at Escape.
Which I would consider a perfect movie under normal circumstances.
It's pretty close. It's really good.
It's really good. Yeah.
Well, you see, I'm a seeker too. There's got to be a better movie out there. That's a little illusion, but yeah, of the bunch, like that's kind of a pun. But 3 and this one are probably the best. I would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
with 4 close second.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much where I come down on it. My buzz term was that tied for last is the Burton, Battle, and Beneath, and like I think the retrospective of this has made me put Battle above the other 2. Really, it goes Battle, Burton, Beneath in that order for me now.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, we're on the exact same page. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Battle. Only one of those films has Paul Williams in it, so. I guess you put that one above the others. That man hangs out with fucking Muppets, okay? So
yeah. So by default, no one can change this order now.
That's right.
It is official.
It's official.
Right, and then I just feel uncomfortable necessarily putting the circus movies in the same lineup, although I guess I would arguably put OG Planet of the Apes, because it's also the OG. Like, you can't really have this franchise without it, at the top, and I think it's a classic and it's wonderful, and even the things that haven't necessarily aged as well are forgivable because it's still this like incredible work from the 60s. And then we get the circus movies, in which I can kind of go back and forth on which one I like the most of them, but I like them all together and I like them all individually. They're all great. And probably Escape falls right underneath them. Escape can sometimes come above it because I do find it so charming, but it's also dark as fuck at the end.
God, it's so brutal. I was telling my wife last night, who, by the way, was very annoyed at the both of you for bringing apes into the TV screen in our lives.
We're sorry.
I was telling Case over our chat that I tend to be aggressively interested in things, and this is one of those things I am aggressively interested in. And sometimes I will fall into an ape rabbit hole that my wife just cannot stand. But
this is things that are true for both of us. It's
I was telling her last night. I was like, yeah, because we had started Escape. We actually watched Beneath last night. She was like, what is this bullshit? I was like, I know, right? But it does have its moments, Beneath. But Escape is genuinely very good. And I was telling her that, like, when I was a kid, it really disturbed me when Zira and Cornelius die horribly at the end. And like Cornelius is choking on his own blood before he falls over a banister rail and cracks in half. It's like, she was like, and they made you cover your eyes during the boobs scene in Titanic? I was like, yeah, I know, and yet I was left alone with this.
You were let to sit with your feelings about this. That's totally fine. Watching people get brutally murdered.
Those poor monkeys. They died pretty horribly.
And their child, as far as you could tell. And even with the switcheroo, it still doesn't matter. They still just murdered a child, like, regardless of how smart the child was. Remember, if you like that clip, check out the podcast. You can find it at certainpov.com or wherever you get your podcasts.